So today, I summoned a Meteor using CHIBAKU Tensei, but in real life. So do you guys wanna know how I did that? Ooh, that was intense. But before moving any further, let me introduce you all to my wonderful team with whom I work with. So starting with, we have the main actor, which is yours truly, the most beautiful, me. And then we have the costume designer, which is me. And then we have the director. Then the cameraman, the editor, the colorist, the VFX supervisor. And if you look at my face and say that, this guy looks Indian, then yes, I am. Nah, don't worry. I don't watch all that stuff. Like,
Get him up, let him get up, let him get up, let him get up.
so the first step is to create the storyboard, as it helps to visualize how I want my scene to look like and what I want to create. And for this video, I wanted to recreate something similar to this. And I know that this jutsu is known as this and not this, but I call this jutsu this because I just wanted to. Now that being said, I know that the storyboard doesn't look good and it doesn't make any sense yet, but this is the best I could have done, so yeah. So now I have to create the costume, and for creating the costume I had two options. The first one was to go outside and purchase some paper with some tools and stuff to make it look good and paint it with some cool colors to make it look even cooler. And the second option was to create it out of anything that is available in my home, and I obviously chose the first option. Like, okay, so I just created it with my school project paper, but that's not the point. So here's the finished thing. These are the armor that I'll wear, and that is the thing that you wear on your waist, I guess. And this right here is the shoulder pad. And now I have to wear it and record myself. So now I have to record myself doing some poses which I thought would look cool while making the storyboard. Now it makes sense, right? Bro, I'm looking like the Madra if he invested all his money in purchasing NFTs. Now I have to transform myself into Madara, and since I didn't spend a lot of time making this costume, now I have to spend a ridiculous amount of time to make it look good, or to make it look not as pathetic as it's looking right now, like, bruh. And at this point I'm just questioning my life choices I've made till date, but after all this work, it started looking good and I can finally call this thing completed.
Nice.
Now I'm going to create the concept art. So the concept art is basically like the storyboard, but better. And I created this concept art, and then I used this concept art as the reference to create the other concept art. So here is the finished thing. So now it was the time for me to create the 3D universe in which my beautiful digital self will going to live. So now I started working on the 3D environment. I already added the sky, the mountain and the ground in the scene, and now I'm adding more stuff like big rocks, small rocks, and then I started animating myself. After that I downloaded an asteroid online, changed it to my liking, added that to the scene, and then I did some camera animation, and I even added some volumetrics as it gives your scene some sense of depth. After that I started adding more details like some swords and stuff, some dead shinobis, and then I added flying rocks in the scene, fixed some other things, and it's done.
Stop it. Get some help.
So now it was the time to finalize everything by adding some small details like fog, smokes and stuff. And for some reason, instead of using smoke assets, I decided to create it by myself. and I didn't expected it, but it was looking pretty good actually. And then I added even more details, and then I did some sick color grading. But after all this work, it was finally completed. So here is the finished thing.
Do not misunderstand it. This is not power of your creation!